Today we are going to start our new chapter, chapter 2, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. As we know, sexual reproduction is the reproduction in which two gametes are fused to form zygote or two parents are involved. Gametes are formed in sexual reproductive organs. Now, in plants, in flowering plants, which is also known as angiospermic plant. Angiosperms are which is the reproductive organ in angiospermic plant. Reproductive organ in angiospermic plant is flower. Reproductive organ of angiospermic plant is flower. Flowers are the site of sexual reproduction. Flowers are the sites of sexual reproduction. And so here male and female reproductive organs will also be there. The flowers bearing male reproductive organs are called staminate, and flowers bearing female reproductive organs are called pistillate. We have already studied in the previous chapter. Four parts of the flowers are there. There are four parts of a flower. First one is calyx, then corolla, androecium and gynoecium. This calyx, sepals, petals, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. These two are reproductive organs of flower. Androecium is male reproductive organs and gynoecium is female reproductive organ. And now what is the function of petals? Petals are colorful, so petals can attract insects by its color for pollination. And sepals, that is calyx protect the bud. Now let us go to male reproductive organ, that is androecium. Androecium consists of stamens. Stamens consist of anther. We can see here these parts are called anthers. Then filament, this part is filament. And connective. Anthers, we see that anther is bilobed. It consists of two lobes. You can see easily two lobes, this lobe and this lobe. Two lobes are there, and two lobes are fused with a tissue which is called connective. Male reproductive part is androecium, and gynoecium is the female reproductive part. Female reproductive part is made up of female reproductive part. This is the female reproductive part. Female reproductive part is made up of stigma. This is called stigma. Stigma is the place where pollen grain lands. And second one is this style. Second one is style. This style is the part which connect ovary and stigma. This is ovary. Ovary and stigma is connected with style. And inside ovary there is ovule. Ovule is connected in the ovary with the ovary wall but with placenta. So we have already studied there are three events must be taking place in sexual reproduction. So in this flowering plants also there will be three events of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. वो क्या चीज़ हैं? There are three events of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. The first event, which already know, first event is pre-fertilization event, second event is fertilization event, and third one is post-fertilization event. So what are the pre-fertilization events in flowering plants? That is microsporogenesis or megasporogenesis. Microsporogenesis is the formation of male gametes and megasporogenesis is the formation of female gametes. And pollination. Pollination means transfer, gamete transfer, which we have already studied. Gamete transfer, the transfer of pollen grains to the female gamete. And pollen pistil interaction. Pollen pistil interaction. Pollen and pistil interaction between pollen and pistil, how they behave with each other. And second event is fertilization event, that is double fertilization. In angiospermic plant, in flowering plant, the fertilization takes twice, so it is called double fertilization. We will study afterward. And post fertilization event, that is we already know embryogenesis, formation of embryo or the formation of fruits. So ovary will develop into fruits and ovule will develop into seeds. So fruits and seed formation will take place after embryogenesis, and there will be different. There are two types of flowering plants, dicot plants and monocot plants. So in both cases we will study one by one. We'll see here. So here we have studied there are four parts: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Okay, and there are three events in sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Pre-fertilization events में क्या क्या है? माइक्रोस्पोरोजेनेसिस है, मेगास्पोरोजेनेसिस है, पॉलिनेशन है एंड पॉलन पिस्टल इंटरेक्शन है. फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट्स में क्या है? डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन होंगे. पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट्स में क्या होंगे? एम्ब्रियोजेनेसिस होंगे. ये कितना पढ़ लेंगे, द चैप्टर विल बी ओवर.